Have you ever pondered why, despite maintaining a seemingly good diet, exercising diligently, and following every health rule, your legs seem to grow weaker? Why do stairs feel like treacherous, unscalable cliffs? Why does it now take an agonizingly long time to get up from a chair, as if the very act of rising is an ordeal? Is this just the cruel hand of aging, or is there a darker, lurking force silently eroding your strength from within? You might be shocked to discover that it's not merely neglect or age. You're already engaging in a deadly mistake, unaware of its sinister impact. Most seniors commit this silent, daily error with unwavering confidence, convinced they're making the right choice because they've always been told that fruits are natural, healthy, and beneficial. But beneath this veneer of innocence lies a disturbing truth. Not every fruit is safe, especially not for those whose bodies have begun to decay. Certain common fruits, consumed weekly without suspicion, can stealthily weaken your legs, incite relentless knee pain, inflame your joints, and make each step a terrifying chore. What is presented as wholesome nourishment could actually be a hidden threat, an insidious poison weakening your balance, sapping your strength, and leading you toward an unavoidable decline. As time passes, our bodies shift, circulation falters, metabolism slows, and foods once harmless can morph into enemies. Some fruits, sweet and seemingly innocent, harbor acids, carbohydrates, and substances that sabotage your blood sugar, inflame your joints, and silently sap your vitality. The darkness is in what we overlook, in what we trust, and in what is actively harming us without our knowledge. Beware the silent killers hiding in plain sight, masking their true nature behind a familiar, friendly guise. What makes it even more heartbreaking is that this damage tends to develop slowly and subtly, often going unnoticed until it culminates in sudden, sharp pain in the calves, persistent discomfort in the thighs, or an unusual tightening in the knees after only a brief walk. Today, I will share with you the 7 most perilous fruits that individuals over 60 should steer clear of, especially if they wish to safeguard their legs from long-term harm, pain, and deterioration. Despite their seemingly harmless appearance, none of these fruits can be considered safe. Once you learn the truth, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. Please stay with me until the end. If you truly care about your strength and aim to keep your legs stable, resilient, and free from pain, your body might be silently warning you. But before we get started, make sure to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications if your health matters to you, because what I'm about to reveal are truths that are rarely discussed. I want to know if you're with me. If this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your opinion is more impactful than you realize. Let's begin with the first fruit on our list, often praised for its anti-inflammatory properties. But in reality, it might be having the opposite effect on seniors. That fruit is pineapple. Pineapple, tropical, juicy, and refreshing, has long been celebrated as a natural remedy for inflammation, thanks to a compound called bromelain. However, here's the unsettling truth. While many believe pineapple helps reduce inflammation, it could actually be quietly contributing to harm in older adults. You see, pineapple contains potent acids and natural sugars that may be doing more damage than good in the aging body. As we grow older, the seemingly innocent sugars we consume can become quite harmful, especially after the age of 60. Let me explain why. With the passage of time, blood vessels tend to become more delicate and sensitive, losing their ability to respond effectively to sugar intake. Even though pineapple offers some benefits, it also delivers a potent burst of natural sugar into the bloodstream. How does this impact you? It causes blood sugar levels to spike rapidly, which can damage the tiny blood vessels that feed your legs, feet, and muscles. Over time, as circulation worsens, less oxygen reaches these areas, leading to a painful, exhausting sensation. You might notice a dull, persistent ache in your legs after just a short walk, or feel stiffness in your knees when standing. Your ankles may hurt unexpectedly, even after hours of sitting, and the trouble doesn't end there. Pineapple's acidity adds another layer of pain by irritating joints, especially if you're already suffering from inflammation or arthritis. It's like pouring gasoline on an already smoldering fire in your ankles, hips, and knees. Some people even describe a heavy, draining sensation in their legs after eating pineapple, as if their strength is steadily slipping away, leaving them feeling more fragile and defeated than before. It's important to understand this if you're on medications, especially blood thinners. The enzyme bromelain found in pineapple can interfere with certain drugs, often rendering them either too potent or less effective. Yet, what's most concerning is that pineapple doesn't produce immediate or obvious negative effects. There are no overt signs or sharp pains initially. Instead, this insidious fruit gradually causes harm, and before you realize it, your ability to move freely diminishes. The heartbreaking truth is that many seniors remain unaware that the very fruit they consume for health may be silently contributing to their weakening legs over time. What options do you have? You don't need to eliminate pineapple entirely, but moderation is crucial, especially if you're experiencing ongoing leg discomfort or unexplained swelling. The damage is subtle but undeniably real, and if pineapple with its anti-inflammatory qualities can be this damaging for aging legs, what about the next seemingly harmless fruit? Consider bananas, soft, tasty, rich in potassium, and often praised for boosting strength. However, they might be more deceptive than they seem. Bananas are high in natural sugars and quickly digesting carbs, making blood sugar spike shortly after eating. This triggers your body to resist insulin over time, leading to weakened circulation, increased inflammation, and deteriorating leg health. You might notice dull aching when walking or climbing stairs, a feeling of heaviness in your legs after meals, or stiffness in your calves, signs of a silent decline that many overlook until it's too late. That's not the full story. Bananas also tend to promote fluid retention, particularly if you have heart problems. This retention can lead to stiff joints, swollen feet, and puffed-up ankles. The process is subtle and often unnoticed. Many believe bananas support muscle health, prompting frequent consumption, but in reality, they might slowly be draining your strength. The concerning part is that these effects aren't immediate. Over time, eating bananas could hinder mobility and increase discomfort. If you regularly notice heavy, aching, or swollen legs, it might be worth reconsidering the fruits on your plate. Bananas might not be as benign as they seem, and surprisingly, even tiny foods can cause significant effects. While bananas are celebrated for muscle support, our next fruit, small and charming in appearance, could be responsible for joint discomfort. Let's talk about grapes. Grapes seem harmless, small, juicy, and easy to snack on. They are also lauded for their cardiovascular benefits and antioxidant content. Nonetheless, many aren't aware that older adults might experience mild leg pain, stiffness, or inflammation after eating grapes. Why? Because grapes contain fructose, a sugar that can be problematic in large amounts. Fructose is quickly absorbed by the liver, where it gets converted into fat and uric acid. When the liver's capacity is overwhelmed, issues arise, especially in the toes, ankles, and knees. The accumulation of uric acid in the joints can cause episodic burning sensations, aches, and swelling. This persistent discomfort can make even simple walking painful. Have you ever felt a sharp, stabbing pain in your big toe? That's often due to uric acid buildup. When your liver fails to process certain substances fully, the true destruction begins, sinking into the depths of your toes, ankles, and knees. Uric acid begins to stack inside the joints, igniting intermittent fires of burning pain, relentless aching, and swelling that clings like a curse. That persistent torment makes even the simplest walk feel like an arduous journey through darkness. Have you ever been haunted by piercing pain in your big toe at night? Unexpected stiffness creeping into your calves? It could be something as insidious as a handful of grapes raising your uric acid levels, silent enemies hiding in plain sight. Moreover, fructose fuels a relentless fire of chronic inflammation within your body, dragging your movements into a slow, painful crawl, increasing pressure and rigidity that tighten like chains. Grapes, small enough to nibble endlessly, are deceptively easy to overconsume. Before you realize it, you've devoured 2 or 3 cups, allowing that sugar to creep into your system and take hold. Though seemingly innocent, these tiny fruits can stealthily weaken your body, sapping your flexibility, and making your legs diminish into uncomfortable shadows as time passes. Now, you see the darkness lurking behind that sweet facade. If you've been indulging in grapes regularly and notice growing stiffness and swelling, consider the sinister link. But grapes aren't the only tempting danger. There is another luscious, vibrant fruit, famous for its hydration, that, despite its watery appearance, bears a perilous secret. Let's confront watermelon. Light, refreshing, a symbol of summer's bounty. Yet beneath its cool, enticing exterior lies a darker truth. It acts like sugar, slowly undermining your legs from within. Everyone agrees watermelon keeps you hydrated, boasts few calories, and feels harmless. But beware. The truth is hidden. Watermelon has an exceedingly high glycemic index. quietly threatening your health from the shadows. This means it causes blood sugar levels to rise quickly, similar to consuming candy. Those frequent sugar spikes can cause considerable harm to seniors, especially affecting their legs. Let me explain further. When blood sugar spikes rapidly, your body responds by releasing insulin. However, as bodies age, insulin regulation becomes less effective. This can lead to inflammation, particularly in areas with poor circulation. Where does this manifest? In the calves, ankles, and knees. You might feel leg fatigue immediately after eating, dull pain during brisk walks, or persistent swelling around the ankles. Climbing stairs may start to feel like an uphill climb. Watermelon is light in texture, but internally it acts like a charming trap, gradually wearing down your legs. Many people eat large quantities because it's juicy and refreshing. One slice turns into 2 or 3, adding more sugar, more stress on the body, and increased inflammation. It's tempting, but deceptive. You might think you're just drinking water, but in reality, your blood sugar spikes, circulation becomes strained, and your legs suffer as a result. Lieutenant, does watermelon truly help seniors stay hydrated? Or does each bite subtly worsen discomfort during movement? It may be worth rethinking if watermelon is a regular part of your diet, and your legs are feeling more fatigued lately. Moving on to a fruit associated with vitamin C and health benefits. Juices, immunity-boosting drinks, and breakfast items often feature it. However, for seniors, it might cause an acidic assault on their joints. Let's talk about oranges. They're bright, fragrant, and common in juices, health supplements, and breakfast spreads. They're reputed to enhance immunity due to their vitamin C content. As time passes, oranges may conceal a difficult truth for seniors, especially those over 60. Beneath their bright, cheerful exterior lies acid that your joints simply do not tolerate well. While citrus fruits are generally seen as healthy, for older adults, this can mean quiet, ongoing joint irritation, particularly if inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis are already part of their daily life. Many might notice a slow onset of stiffness each morning in their knees, persistent aching hips, discomfort after sitting for long periods, decreasing mobility, and swelling that seems to grow without explanation. It's easy to mistake these signs for the natural decline of aging. Yet, the seemingly harmless habit of drinking orange juice each morning might be a part of what fuels this pain, gradually worsening what was once manageable. Here's what occurs: the citric acid in oranges affects more than just the stomach. It seeps into the bloodstream, irritating the delicate tissues within the joints. When combined with the fruit's natural sugars, it can cause fluctuations in blood sugar levels, leading to systemic inflammation. This inflammation makes every step feel heavier and more painful, spreading through the knees, ankles, and calves. In younger individuals, oranges may not cause harm, but for seniors with aging joints and sluggish circulation, the impact builds up slowly and quietly, often unnoticed until the pain becomes overwhelming. The most unsettling truth is that you consume these fruits convinced you're doing something good for your health, as oranges have long been linked to wellness and vitality. But now, you realize they might be quietly undermining your well-being. What's the next step in this dark revelation? The following fruit appears pristine, green, crisp, and low in sugar, often touted as the safe choice. Yet, it conceals sinister elements that can lead to nighttime cramps, stiff knees, and aching hips. Let's examine green apples. They seem fresh, untainted, and natural, tempting most, especially seniors, into believing they are the healthier option because of their less sweet taste. They appear as a low-sugar, wholesome snack, but beneath this facade lurks a lurking menace capable of inducing fatigue, stiffness, and leg pain. The threat lies in 2 hidden components: malic acid and natural sugars. First, consider malic acid, which imparts the tartness characteristic of green apples. While it might be beneficial for the young, for the aged, it can be a silent tormentor. As we grow older, our digestive system becomes fragile and more sensitive. Malic acid can irritate the delicate tissues of the gut, joints, and muscles once ingested. Many elderly individuals report severe hip or thigh pains, or an unsettling heat creeping into their feet and knees. This pain creeps in slowly, an insidious buildup that intensifies over time. Next, the natural sugars in green apples, though subtle, are not benign. They still infiltrate the bloodstream, causing blood sugar fluctuations, especially dangerous for seniors with sluggish metabolisms. The seemingly innocent fruit becomes a harbinger of discomfort, with its hidden threats ready to unravel health from the inside out. The illusion of safety in these green temptations. Their true nature remains shrouded, ready to strike when least expected. In the shadows of what seems innocent, the dangers hidden within everyday foods begin to reveal their true, sinister nature. You might notice aching calves, nocturnal leg cramps that grip your limbs like ghostly claws, morning stiffness that feels like an unnatural rigidity, or weakness when attempting to ascend stairs. Each symptom a whisper of something more ominous lurking beneath. The most troubling part is that green apples, often consumed raw as a seemingly harmless snack, or even before sleep, silently torment the body. They appear pure and wholesome, yet beneath their verdant surface lies a subtle toll, gradually turning your walk into a struggle, stiffening joints that once moved freely and making the nights grow restless with an unsettling, restless energy. Now, consider the allure of a tropical, decadently sweet fruit, the mango, juicy, soft, almost like candy. It's revered by many and eagerly devoured during sunlit summers. But beneath its tempting facade lies a hidden threat. Mangoes are a potent sugar bomb, laden with natural sweetness that inflates blood sugar levels with frightening speed. For the young and vigorous, such a spike might be manageable. But after 60, this silent killer begins to awaken. The rush of sugar sparks an insidious insulin surge, swiftly followed by a crash that unleashes inflammation deep within your joints. This inflammation stealthily attacks the soft tissues around your ankles, hips, and knees, gnawing away at your strength and mobility. For those plagued by nerve issues, the effects are even more sinister. A burning sensation in your toes, a warning sign of the metabolic chaos now at play. The more sugar you consume, the more your body spirals into an unending nightmare, each spike and crash feeding a cycle of pain, stiffness, and decay that threatens to consume what remains of your vitality. Every time this happens, your body awakens a dark, internal storm, an inflammation that burrows deep within your joints, lurking in the shadows of your soft tissues around your ankles, hips, and knees. If nerve issues haunt you, you might feel a burning sensation flickering in your toes, relentless tingling crawling beneath your skin, swelling that emerges as eerie pools around your feet at night, or a creeping heaviness that drags your legs into an unending abyss. The innocent appearance of mangoes, with their light taste and fresh feel, masks a sinister truth. Their seemingly harmless nature tempts you to consume more, amplifying the danger. That's the deception. The lightness masks the poison. The sugar in these fruits awakens your body's silent tormentor, gradually unleashing joint pain, sluggish movements, and unsteady steps, as if your body is surrendering to an unseen menace. Many seniors, lured by their natural appeal, consider mangoes a wholesome treat, oblivious to the silent harm they harbor for weakened circulatory systems and fragile joints. Now, the full darkness lurks in view. Despite their reputation as healthful, there are 7 fruits that conceal peril for those over 60. But there is hope. Some fruits wield the power to bolster your strength, diminish joint pain, and silence the fires of inflammation. Let's explore these therapeutic choices and discover what options remain safe for your aging body. Knowing which fruits to avoid is the first step, but the real victory lies in choosing what to eat. The right fruits wield a potent healing force beyond mere nourishment. Consider berries, blackberries, blueberries. They are tiny warriors against inflammation. These unassuming fruits are gentle on blood sugar, brimming with antioxidants, and low in risk. Most importantly, they improve circulation, especially in the legs, restoring vitality, fighting stiffness, and banishing swelling from the shadows. Next, consider cherries, but keep portions moderate. Cherries can aid in lowering uric acid levels, thereby decreasing the risk of gout and joint pain flare-ups. They help soothe aching joints and alleviate burning sensations in knees or toes. A small handful of cherries, rather than a large amount, can offer noticeable relief. Following cherries, avocados come into play. Yes, they are fruits and among the best for healthy joints. Why? Because they are rich in beneficial fats that diminish internal inflammation and provide cushioning for your joints. They also assist in regulating insulin, offering steady energy without causing blood sugar fluctuations. If you're seeking something that's easily digestible, try papaya. This tender tropical fruit contains enzymes that decrease inflammation and support digestion. It's gentle on aging joints and easy on the stomach. Additionally, don't forget pears. Enjoy them with a small serving of fiber or protein. They offer a subtle sweetness without being overly sugary. They energize your body without putting excessive stress on your legs. Each of these fruits supports your overall well-being rather than working against it. They don't provoke discomfort or swelling. Instead, they help your body attain vitality, balance, and tranquility. Remember, it's not just about consuming fruit. It's about selecting the right ones for your age, fruits that align with your current needs. You'll notice the difference when making these mindful choices: firmer steps, smoother movements, and brighter mornings. To conclude, I want to share some final words of wisdom and a message tailored specifically for you. One thing I sense is that if you've read this far, you care about your future, your strength, and your health. I want you to listen carefully. It's not too late for you to make a change. You still have some time to find recovery, and you're not alone in this struggle. Aging can be a cruel and lonely journey. The pain, stiffness, and fear of falling can creep in gradually, often making you feel as if your body is slipping away. But here's the harsh truth. You can regain some control through small, thoughtful adjustments rather than drastic measures. One meal, one fruit, and one decision at a time. The fruits we talked about today aren't inherently harmful. Yet as time passes, they may no longer serve your best interests. And that's okay, because aging isn't about surrender. It's about trying to adapt. When you start eating with more awareness and choose foods that support your strength, circulation, and joints, you might notice small improvements: less pain, a bit more flexibility, easier mornings, and lighter steps. That's what we aim for, not fear or restriction. Now, I invite you to share your thoughts. Tell us what you've learned today and what change you're willing to attempt in the comments. We all grow when we open up, so let's support each other through this. Please hit the like button if this message resonated with you or gave you even a moment of clarity. Subscribe to ensure you don't miss vital information that could impact your health, especially when things are more fragile than they seem. Remember to turn on notifications before leaving. Please type "Mo" if you found this video helpful. If not, type 0. Your comments matter more than you might realize. Stay strong, stay cautious, and always remember that your legs carry your independence. It's heartbreaking to realize that some fruits, yes, fruits, can actually destroy your health from within. Disturbing research shows they're more harmful than soda for seniors over 65. A shocking 2023 study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that seniors who regularly ate certain so-called healthy fruits faced a frightening 57% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, the silent threat linked to strokes, diabetes, and heart failure. What's even more heartbreaking is that these deceptive fruits are marketed as superfoods and health boosters, but they are quietly damaging your organs every single day. If you're over 65, your metabolism is sluggish, your cells are increasingly at risk, and your tolerance for sugar drops dramatically. These toxic fruits can cause irreversible damage long before you notice any symptoms. Yet, the cruel truth they hide is that some forgotten fruits actually serve as natural medicine for aging bodies. They can significantly lower blood pressure, strengthen a weakening heart, and even reverse brain aging by years. In this poignant video, we reveal the 4 miracle fruits seniors should include in their daily diet, and the 4 deadly fruits they must avoid at all costs to preserve what little health they have left. You won't believe the terrifying truth behind the most dangerous fruit on our list. This seemingly innocent, sweet temptation cherished by millions is secretly siphoning your vitality, slowly erasing the precious years from your lifespan. Before we proceed further into the darkness, comment below and tell us where you're watching from. Your location could be a mark for the unseen dangers lurking behind this harmless facade. Don't forget to like this life-altering video and subscribe to our channel, for we expose the shocking secrets they've desperately tried to hide. Now, let us reveal the sinister underbelly of what you thought was safe. Number 4. Avocados. Yes, this supposedly nutritious fruit demands a moment of scrutiny because it hides a dark secret capable of influencing your health in ways you never imagined. Contrary to the decades-long lies about dietary fats, avocados are not as innocent as they seem. They could be a potent weapon, especially for those vulnerable to health threats. The true danger lies in their high monounsaturated fat content, primarily oleic acid, that has been shown in clinical studies to dangerously lower LDL cholesterol levels while elevating HDL, potentially giving false hope to those trying to protect their hearts. This seemingly beneficial fat profile masks a more insidious truth. Many seniors underestimate how much potassium and other substances in avocados might influence their health, subtly disrupting your body's balance and possibly opening doors for unseen ailments to take hold. The facade of health benefits conceals a lurking peril, ready to strike when you least suspect it. Here's what your doctor might not be informing you. Many seniors aren't aware that avocados contain considerably more potassium than bananas, around 975 ng per fruit, making them highly effective for managing dangerous blood pressure levels. This is particularly important because hypertension often goes unnoticed, affecting nearly 2/3 of adults over 65. The potassium in avocados works by counteracting sodium intake and naturally relaxing blood vessel walls, helping to bring blood pressure into healthier ranges without the need for additional medication. But there's more to it. In addition to cardiovascular advantages, avocados are rich in lutein, a potent antioxidant carotenoid that significantly improves eye health and slows the progression of age-related macular degeneration, the primary cause of vision loss in older adults. Perhaps the most remarkable benefit of avocados is their ability to enhance nutrient absorption. Many essential vitamins and antioxidants found in vegetables, such as vitamins D, E, and K, are fat-soluble, which means your body cannot absorb them without the presence of fat. Combining avocado with vegetables or cooked greens can boost the absorption of these critical nutrients by up to 15 times. This represents a groundbreaking way to maximize health benefits without relying solely on supplements. So, how can you harness these life-enhancing effects? Just half an avocado each day can make a significant difference. Spread it on whole grain toast, blend it into a protein smoothie, or enjoy it with a spoon and a squeeze of lemon. No matter how you choose to harness it, this sinister miracle fruit is undeniably a dark catalyst for prolonging your years of survival. Could it be the hidden secret to eternal longevity, lurking silently in plain sight, waiting to darken your destiny? Number 3. Apples. These seemingly innocuous orbs are imbued with a potent, eerie fiber known as pectin, which actively ferments within your gut, nourishing a sinister army of beneficial bacteria. A corrupted gut microbiome paves the way for chaotic digestion, weakened immunity, and poor nutrient absorption, 3 ominous factors that grow more perilous with age. What makes apples truly unsettling is their profound influence on cholesterol and heart health. Pectin binds malevolent cholesterol in the digestive abyss, efficiently banishing it from your body and gradually lowering the deadly LDL levels that threaten your mortality. Apples also harbor powerful flavonoids like quercetin, which actively suppress chronic inflammation and ruthlessly support the decay of your cardiovascular defenses. But here's a horrifying truth. Despite their tempting sweetness, apples conjure an unassuming, low glycemic trap. Their cunning fiber matrix slows the absorption of sugar, preventing the dangerous spikes that tear apart health, especially for the vulnerable age suffering from insulin resistance or diabetes. This dark shield can be a matter of life or death. Apples are fearfully filling, with their perfect blend of fiber and water, making them ideal for controlling appetite and weight in the shadows. Yet, the most disturbing revelation is that regular consumption of apples ignites the production of saliva, an act that subtly reduces your defenses, increasing the risk of cavities and gum disease, conditions that become more destructive as the years pass and decay takes hold. Can a simple apple really protect you from seeing a doctor? What hidden wonders might lie beneath this everyday fruit? Now, consider the pomegranate. This small, yet incredibly potent fruit could work wonders for your cardiovascular health. Pomegranate might not immediately come to mind as a daily choice, but for the elderly, it holds immense value, almost like liquid gold for an aging heart. As the years pass, our arteries naturally stiffen, blocking the flow of essential blood, raising blood pressure, and placing undue strain on the heart. What makes pomegranate truly remarkable is its abundance of punicalagins, a rare antioxidant that studies in atherosclerosis have shown can reduce arterial oxidative stress by over 30%. In fact, these antioxidants pack up to 3 times the power of red wine or green tea. Over time, oxidative stress causes artery walls to inflame and narrow, like rust slowly eating away at an old pipe. Punicalagins, however, work tirelessly to clear these harmful agents, allowing blood to flow more easily, as if releasing years of built-up tension. Pomegranate juice has been clinically shown to reduce systolic blood pressure by an impressive 5 to 21% in individuals with hypertension, representing a significant breakthrough for seniors seeking to control their blood pressure without increasing medication reliance. Yet, the benefits go far beyond cardiovascular health. Pomegranate also holds promise for enhancing memory and brain function. A pivotal UCLA study found that older adults who drank pomegranate juice daily showed notable improvements in verbal memory tests compared to those who did not. This finding is especially meaningful because memory decline remains one of the most feared and heartbreaking aspects of aging. For seniors worried about dental issues, pomegranate juice offers most of these incredible benefits without the need for chewing. Even concentrated antioxidants in supplement form have shown potential, though consuming whole fruit provides additional fiber and vital micronutrients. Here's a seldom shared secret: you don't need to consume large amounts every day. Just half a cup of seeds or a splash of pure juice in the morning can bring about profound, yet subtle, changes. Unlike many fruits that hide high sugar content, pomegranate maintains a low glycemic index, which is crucial for seniors managing pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, as it avoids dangerous blood sugar spikes that can hasten aging. Always choose 100% pure pomegranate juice without added sugars. And if you're on blood thinners, consult your healthcare provider before making it a regular part of your routine, since it can interact with certain medications. The promise of these benefits can feel bittersweet, especially as time advances and health challenges become more pressing. We must confront a chilling truth. What makes this ancient fruit wield such sinister power over aging bodies? And why does the dark allure of its potential go unnoticed by every elderly soul? Foremost among these ominous agents are berries. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These sinister berries sit at the top of our list of age-threatening foods for seniors, endowed with extraordinary properties that seem almost supernatural. What renders these berries so profoundly transformative for the aging mind is their eerie ability to influence cognitive decline and brain decay. These tiny orbs are laden with anthocyanins, rare and potent plant compounds that not only give blueberries their dark hue, but also serve as formidable protectors of neural tissue when consumed in secret. These compounds clandestinely work by suppressing brain inflammation and magnifying communication between neurons. Yet, the danger lies in what is unseen. Research published in the ominous journal Annals of Neurology reveals that seniors who indulge in merely 2 servings of blueberries each week can delay the march of cognitive decay by as much as 2.5 years. It's as if they cling to a younger, more vulnerable mind, resisting the inevitable darkening of aging. This sinister protective effect hinges on berries' unique ability to penetrate the shield of the blood-brain barrier, directly neutralizing oxidative damage lurking within the brain tissue, before it manifests as irreversible ruin. But beware. These berries' influence extends beyond mere cognition, lurking in the shadows, defying the natural order, and preserving a flicker of youth in a world destined for decay. However, the advantages go well beyond just protecting the brain. Berries inherently enhance balance and coordination, which are crucial for preventing severe falls, the primary cause of serious injury among older adults. Their cardiovascular benefits are equally impressive, as numerous clinical research studies show significant drops in blood pressure, improved arterial elasticity, and reduced inflammation markers among seniors who include berries in their daily diet. These health improvements lead to a decreased risk of heart disease, a particularly vital outcome given that heart disease remains the leading cause of mortality in seniors. In addition to these notable benefits, berries are exceptional for blood sugar regulation. Their unique fiber and bioactive compounds help stabilize glucose levels after meals, preventing harmful blood sugar spikes that can worsen diabetes or prediabetic conditions prevalent among older individuals. The fiber, offering about 8 grams per cup, also promotes healthy digestion and regular bowel movements, especially beneficial for sensitive gastrointestinal systems. Consuming just 1 cup daily, whether mixed into oatmeal, yogurt, or blended into a smoothie, can greatly enhance energy, mental clarity, and emotional stability. An important point many nutritionists overlook is the necessity of choosing fresh or frozen berries and avoiding dried ones, which often contain hidden sugars that completely offset their healthful properties. Now that we've identified the 4 top miracle fruits seniors should eat every day, let's also highlight the 4 harmful fruits seniors should steer clear of, starting with one that might be lurking in the shadows of your kitchen right now. Number 4, grapes. At first glance, they seem harmless, even beneficial, with their small, sweet, and refreshing appearance, often heralded as rich sources of antioxidants, especially the red and black varieties. They seem benign, but beneath their enticing surface lies a sinister truth. Particularly for seniors, grapes conceal a hidden menace. Their dangerously high sugar content combined with virtually no fiber to mitigate it. These tiny fruits harbor a potent, concentrated form of sugar called fructose, and their easy consumption, handful after handful, makes it alarmingly simple to ingest far more sugar than you realize. The shocking reality is this: just 1 cup of grapes packs a staggering 23 grams of sugar, nearly the same as a candy bar. For older adults battling blood sugar control, this can be disastrous, triggering deadly metabolic chaos. Without fiber to slow their absorption, the sugar from grapes floods swiftly into the bloodstream, causing perilous spikes in glucose and insulin levels. These relentless fluctuations aren't fleeting. They accelerate weight gain, fuel systemic inflammation, and greatly heighten the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Adding to the threat, non-organic grapes are often coated with pesticide residues, dangerous toxins that can seep through weakened immune defenses or sensitive digestion, making seniors especially vulnerable. Even the seemingly harmless skins, which are easy to bite into and appear innocent, provide little nutritional benefit compared to the thick, protective skins of fruits like apples or pears, leaving you exposed to their toxic secrets. Here's a paraphrased version of your text. Surprisingly, grapes may seem harmless, but they are essentially a metabolic hazard hiding in plain sight. Especially risky for older adults trying to sustain stable energy levels, healthy weight, and metabolic health. But what other fruits should be completely avoided? The third on the list is dried fruits. These, particularly those commercially treated with sulfites, are among the most perilous fruit options for seniors. Despite their seemingly wholesome look and convenience, the real danger of dried fruits stems from their extremely high sugar concentration. Removing water during drying leaves behind fruit sugars in a very concentrated form. For instance, a small handful of dried apricots contains roughly the same amount of sugar as consuming several fresh apricots, making it alarmingly easy to ingest excessive fructose without the fiber and water that usually helps signal fullness. This high sugar density is especially harmful for seniors with diabetes or insulin resistance, as it can cause significant spikes in blood sugar, even with small servings. Over time, this can contribute to the development of type 2 diabetes or complicate existing diabetes management. But the negative effects go well beyond blood sugar fluctuations. These sugar spikes actively promote systemic inflammation throughout the body, which can significantly exacerbate arthritis pain, speed up cognitive decline, and even weaken immune function, issues that seniors are especially vulnerable to. In a startling discovery, commercially dried fruits often contain added sulfites, hazardous preservative chemicals employed to preserve color and extend shelf life. These sulfites can cause severe asthmatic reactions in sensitive individuals, with the elderly being particularly susceptible due to age-related respiratory changes, and the higher incidence of asthma and COPD among older adults. Although about 1 in 100 individuals are sensitive to sulfites, this percentage rises markedly in seniors with respiratory conditions. The inflammatory potential of both the concentrated sugars and chemical preservatives in dried fruits makes them especially risky for seniors managing inflammatory diseases like arthritis, which affects nearly half of adults over 65. Yet, there's an even more unexpected hazard in your fruit bowl. The second risk: unripe bananas. While fully ripened bananas with brown spots can be a healthy choice for many seniors, unripe or green bananas pose several notable health dangers, making them among the worst fruit options for older adults. The main concern with unripe bananas is their high resistant starch content. Unlike the readily digestible sugars in ripe bananas, this type of starch resists digestion in the small intestine actively. For many seniors already grappling with age-related digestive issues, such as decreased production of digestive enzymes and slower gut motility, consuming resistant starch from unripe bananas can lead to considerable gastrointestinal suffering. This includes painful bloating, excessive gas, and abdominal discomfort that can seriously diminish their quality of life. The situation becomes even more worrying for those with irritable bowel syndrome or inflammatory bowel conditions, which become increasingly prevalent with age. The struggle to digest unripe bananas extends beyond just causing discomfort. It can actually interfere with the absorption of vital nutrients from other foods eaten at the same time. This is particularly distressing for seniors who are already facing nutrient deficiencies due to medication effects, decreased appetite, or alterations in nutrient assimilation that come with aging. Adding to the sadness, the astringent compounds found in unripe bananas, responsible for their chalky sensation in the mouth, can directly irritate the lining of the digestive tract in sensitive individuals, sparking inflammatory responses throughout the gut. From a nutritional standpoint, unripe bananas have markedly lower levels of beneficial antioxidants compared to their ripe versions, as these essential compounds increase significantly during ripening. For seniors longing to enjoy the anti-inflammatory benefits of fruit, this diminished antioxidant content makes unripe bananas a particularly hazardous option. Even more heartbreaking is the stark decline in antioxidant levels relative to ripened bananas, which underscores how much they lose during the ripening process. For those hoping to find relief or health benefits through fruit, the reduced antioxidant content in unripe bananas renders them an especially perilous choice. Beware, for nothing embodies silent, lurking peril quite like our most treacherous fruit, grapefruit. Hidden in plain sight, this seemingly innocuous fruit masks a deadly threat that can turn health-conscious seniors into unwitting victims. Despite its glowing reputation as a health boon and aid in weight control, grapefruit harbors a sinister secret that can bring about catastrophic consequences. Within this fruit lie obscure compounds known as furanurins, agents that clandestinely sabotage the production of a vital enzyme in your gut. CYP3A4, an enzyme responsible for breaking down roughly 85 essential medications. When this enzyme is suppressed, medications can spiral out of control, flooding your bloodstream with toxic levels of potent drugs. It's akin to receiving an overdose despite taking the correct dose, rendering you defenseless against severe and potentially fatal side effects. The list of affected medications is frighteningly extensive, targeting drugs critical for seniors' potent cholesterol, lowering statins like atorvastatin, lovastatin, and simvastatin, blood pressure medications such as calcium channel blockers like anti-anxiety prescriptions like buspirone, antiarrhythmics including amiodarone, and even common antihistamines and immunosuppressants turn deadly when mingled with grapefruit. In a sinister twist, consuming grapefruit while on Lipitor can amplify the drug's presence in your blood by over 400%, escalating the danger of muscle destruction, kidney failure, and death. Alarmingly, these deadly interactions do not require large quantities of the fruit. Even a small bite can awaken this lurking threat. The shadow of danger looms ever present, waiting silently to strike. Even a modest piece of fruit or a small glass of juice might be enough to set off these life-threatening reactions, which can linger for as long as 72 hours after ingestion. Sadly, simply spacing out your medication and grapefruit doesn't eliminate the danger, because the potential for harmful interaction remains significant and affects many common medications vital for managing health conditions in seniors. Grapefruit consistently ranks as the most hazardous fruit to avoid or approach with extreme caution. If you are on any prescription drugs, it is crucial to consult your doctor or pharmacist about whether consuming grapefruit or grapefruit juice is safe for you. Never assume it is safe, as the risk of intensifying your medication's effects or side effects is too great to ignore. This seemingly harmless fruit harbors a hidden, potentially deadly interaction risk. Sadly, this is the true reality. There's a stark truth about which fruits seniors should include in their diets and which they must eliminate immediately. Beneficial options like avocado, apples, pomegranates, and berries can genuinely improve how you age, boost mental sharpness, and strengthen your body. However, the dangerous ones, including grapefruit, dried fruits, unripe bananas, and seemingly innocent grapes, can silently sap your energy, spike your blood sugar, and foster inflammation, threatening your overall health. What makes these dangers so heartbreaking is how insidious their effects can be, creeping into your life and health before you even realize the severity of the threat. Most people remain unaware that just a few grapes or a single half of a grapefruit could ignite a sinister chain reaction within their bodies. Silent triggers of chaos that only reveal their true danger after irreversible damage has taken hold. Choose your fruits carefully, eat with caution, and always combine them with protein or healthy fats whenever possible, lest you inadvertently awaken a lurking menace within. But tell us, have you been consuming these treacherous fruits unknowingly, unaware of the hidden risks lurking behind their innocent appearance? Which shocking revelation in this dark exploration unsettled you the most? Have you experienced any eerie or unexplained reactions after eating certain fruits that now seem to carry a sinister undertone? Share your encounters and doubts below as we plunge deeper into the frightening